Welcome back to the channel. So, there's a reason why they say it's lonely at the top. I'm going to say that again. There's a reason why they say it's lonely at the top. I had a group of friends back in high school, white friends, man, and I didn't see the red flags in the beginning of the friendship. Well, I would say this. Well, we were in high school, we were all good, we were all cool and all that. We'll hang out and all that. Um, but they started acting differently after high school. When I think it all started when I, got a scholarship to go play college football. And the jealousy started coming around. They started getting jealous. They started getting envy, right? Because I had a one guy, this one guy, I'm not gonna say his name. He was really good at football. He was like, he was really good at football. He played linebacker, He was a really good football player. And yeah, and, much deservingly, everybody was, giving him praise as he deserved it, right? Because he was really good. And he was good at basketball as well. But whenever I started wanting to go play college football, whenever I started getting, different scholarships, everybody started acting different toward me. I didn't see it at first. Now looking back on it, it's like, damn, if I would have looked at the red flags at the beginning, I could have been cut them off before it was too late. And I cut them off at a decent time because I felt like if I would have still been friends with them to this day, they would try to do something to me. They would try to set me up, right? And I didn't see the red flags at first, right? They were talking down on me. I remember, they were talking down on me, man, just making fun of me, saying racial slurs every now and then too, saying racist jokes. Like, Jaden, we're just kidding. We're just kidding. They weren't kidding. They meant what they said. They are who they are. Now, if I would have read that before, been a nipped in the bud, they probably would have respected me more. They didn't give a damn about me because they didn't care about me. They didn't respect me because I didn't respect myself. I didn't set those boundaries where, like, Jaden, you can't just let them say and do whatever they want because they're your friends. You know what I'm saying? They can't just say the N-word because they're your friends. They were saying the N-word around me. I was just letting it happen. And I should have just put that nipped in the bud immediately. And I didn't. So they just kept doing, they kept, saying stuff, kept doing stuff because, like, oh, it's Jaden. He ain't gonna do nothing about it. They didn't respect me because I didn't respect myself. People gonna respect you if you don't, because people will respect you if you respect yourself. You gotta have self-respect for yourself. Because people can tell when you don't have respect for yourself. People can tell, right? Because they can walk all over you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have those strong boundaries for yourself, people's gonna walk all over you. So you gotta have strong boundaries. You gotta have self-respect for yourself. So they just kept, saying the N word. They kept, bullying me and all that. They didn't give a damn about me. So one day, I got tired of it. I stood up for myself. Now they look at me like I'm crazy, looking at me like, oh, what I'm saying? Oh, you think Jay, you ain't tough. Like, what I'm saying? When I was, trying to defend myself, finally defending myself, I was like, man, they just started, they thought it was laughable. They thought it was laughable that I was standing up for myself. You know what I'm saying? People, if you just letting it going on for a long time, people's gonna start laughing at you. They started laughing at me, thinking I was, they was just looking at me, surprising, like, oh, Jay didn't think he big now. You know what I'm saying? I started standing up for myself. And, now they when I just kept defending when I kept, standing up for myself, they finally kicked me out the group. They, on Snapchat, we was in a group. They kicked me out the group. They just removed me from the group. which is cool. Like, and we cut ties. We, both sides, my side and they side, I cut ties with all, we both sides just cut ties. So, and ever since I left that group, man, I've been thriving. I've been doing pretty good for myself. In football, I won a championship. I won a championship with my semi-pro team. We went 11-0. We won our league championship. Also, I got my CDL, got a decent job. And, now I'm doing content. I'm doing YouTube. I'm doing, content on TikTok as well. Got a few collaborations on TikTok. And yeah, I'm doing pretty good for myself. I'm making decent money, but I'm just gonna leave it there. But I'm doing pretty good for myself now. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I don't have any friends. So when you start to elevate, when you start to, elevate your life, your friends gonna look at you funny. It probably just not even friends, family members, people that's closest to you as well, are gonna start looking at you like you crazy because you want to change your life. You trying to change your life for the better. And mentally, they aren't ready to change their lives. So you have to cut them off because it's lonely at the top. If your dream is to be rich one day, you gotta cut your friends off because they don't think it's possible. They don't think you can get rich. You gotta have self-belief in yourself and put God first and believe in yourself that it will happen. You can't let nobody hold you back. You can't let nobody, whoever talking down on you, just to hold you back, right? So the reason why you lost your friends because they are, embarrassed with them. They're not, ready to take their lives to the next level because they're not ready to elevate their life. They see you as as the enemy. If you try to elevate your life, they see you trying to, better your life. They see you as the enemy. They want to, if you just keep hanging around them and not, cutting people off and removing them from your life, they're gonna try to, set you up. They're gonna try to, you know, do something to you. You know what I'm saying? Not just, physically, emotionally, and intelligent. Like they gonna try to do all type of stuff to you, man. So you gotta cut them people off because they gonna drain your energy. Because if you continue to hang around them, your dreams and your goals and your aspirations is gonna go crashing down because you wanted to keep them around. And you're gonna do the same thing they're still doing. So it's a lonely world. It's a lonely road. And you gotta say F them. I love you, but I gotta cut you off, bro. I gotta cut you off. I gotta let you go, man. I can't let you. We gotta go our separate ways. I wish you the best, bro, but I can't have you, continue to be in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want change for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you just cut them off without apologizing, and they start seeing you elevate. They gonna wanna try to change their life now. Later down the line, it may take them a long time to do it, but they go like, okay, now I see. You know what I'm saying? Now they gonna want to change their life. Now they want to kind of come and try to be back in your life. When I cut people off, I cut them off for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? I'll be cordial with you, man, but I'm not finna just let you come into my life. I know how you treated me in the past. Like, I forgive you for that, but I'm not letting you come back into my life. I forgive you, but I'll never forget how you treated me. I'll never forget. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you change. That's good that you changed. I'll be proud of you. Like, okay, you finally see where I was trying to go, but it's too late now, bro. It's too late. If you would have, at least try to support me, at least, support what I was doing, then that would be a different story. But now you want to try to come into my life because you changed. You can't be around my circle no more, bro. You can't. That's a boundary I have for myself. I don't let people from the past try to come into my life. Now, if I see you in person, we can be cordial. Like, again, especially with family members, like, man, we can be cordial. If you ever need something, I got you. If you know what I'm saying, if I see you at a family event, that's cool. But us hanging out like we used to, nah, bro. Like I don't feel that same. You know what I'm saying? I will never forget how you treated me, bro. I forgive you, I love you, but I'll never forget. I don't care if you change. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's just a strong boundary I have for myself, man. Right? So you guys gotta be careful who you call friends, man, nowadays. Keep your circle small as possible. If you only got one friend and he cool with you, don't take that friendship for granted, bro. Keep that bond tight, bro, as much as possible, because you can't trust nobody out here. You can't trust nobody out here. It's hard to trust people nowadays, man. People want to just be in your life, just to be in your life, just so they can try to sabotage what you got going on to make them feel better about themselves. You can't allow that to happen, right? You can't let that happen, right? And I'm okay with being alone. You have to learn how to be alone. You know, I feel like a lot of us are afraid just to be alone. It's a lonely journey, man. And if you're not willing to be alone, if you're not willing to be uncomfortable, then it's not gonna, then it's not meant for you. You're not built for this. You're not built for changing your life because you want gratification. You want people's approval instead of having your own approval, instead of having your own thoughts, instead of just building your strong relationship with God. You want everybody else's approval because at the end of the day, it's your life, man. It's your life. Nobody else's but yours. You got to take all the risk as possible, man. You have to. We only have one life to live, man. We forget that. We have one life to live. I think about that every single day. Believe it or not, I think about that every single day. I'm making every moment count. I don't want to live life with regret. Like, oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Well, let me take that back. Don't live life with regret. Look on the past because everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. I don't look at living life with regret because I feel like everything happens for a reason. Just get better as time goes on. Get better as time goes on. Learn from your mistakes and learn from it and get better from it. You know what I'm saying? Every day you need to try to get 1% better each day. It doesn't have to be 100%. As long as you're showing up for yourself, man, that's all that matters. All right? But I'm going to get on out of here, man. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.